with Tom Aspinall against Volkov, just like when Frank Mir was clamped onto submissions. If he gets a hold of an arm or a neck, the compression that he can generate gives you that moment where you go, this is going to snap, tap, tap. Ankles, arms, even a neck crank or whatever. I mean, you can feel like your head's going to pop. Like, there's going to be moments where Curtis Blaydes, if he's not careful, might get caught in something that Tom Aspinall will be able to crank. I mean, if I'm Tom Aspinall and I'm adding something to my game in this one, I would say that Kimura traps would be really useful, because that is something that you can utilize in motion as someone's close distance and got their arms around your legs. And Kimura traps are useful in any weight class. But at heavyweight, with that strength to just crank it, look at what Ngannou did with that Kimura against Anthony Hamilton. My brain's racing now. But you know what I mean. Like, there's a strength element of a heavyweight that I don't think is as transferable down the weight classes. And Tom Aspinall has got good submissions. I just feel like we're not really scratching the surface of Tom Aspinall's game, and I don't really think we've seen the vast majority of what he's capable of, but I also don't think he's seen it because he's not been able to find the sparring partners or opponents. Like, he's been wrecking people in the first round, 12 wins on his record, 11 first round finishes. The 1 second round finish was Andrei Arlovski, and he dominated him in the first round, but then decided to switch up his tact and take him down and choke him in the second. And you're looking at seconds into the round. Against Volkov, he did everything. He stood and traded with him. He worked in and out ranges. His footwork was fantastic. He was able to time his takedowns to make it look easy. Like, he might be confident that he can go into any range with Curtis Blaydes, and I also wouldn't be surprised if he decides he wants to wrestle to prove that he can nail Curtis with takedowns. It's a massive, massive opportunity for Tom, but it's also a huge stepping stone, a big leap from the people that he's been fighting before. Not only because Curtis is a prime heavyweight contender, ranked number 4 in the division, but also because of his skill set, what he brings to the table. Tom bookends it. He's probably got the striking advantage, speed and vocabulary of striking, and he's also probably got the advantage in jiu-jitsu if he can find places and space to use it. But I would say Blaydes overall is going to have the wrestling advantage. It's just whether Tom has enough to be able to combat it, or at least to be able to read it, to be able to react to it.